Good day, this is Leadership TV News. I am Cynthia Onwado. A district head and about 50 others, mostly women and children, were abducted while 3 others were killed in an attack by bandits in Bagega, a mining village in Zamfara State. Residents of the village said that the gunmen stormed the village on motorcycles Tuesday morning, shooting indiscriminately and setting houses on fire. The village head, Malam Abubakar Uba, told Reuters that the gunmen kidnapped the district head before proceeding to kidnap dozen others in the village. They stormed the village on dozen motorcycles, and their first stop was the district head's residence. A few of them took him away with 3 members of his household before they entered the town and unleashed more harm. Uba said the Zamfara State Police Command had not confirmed the incidents as at the time of filing this report. Moving on now to Nasarawa State, some yet to be identified assailants have killed a Nasarawa State-based medical practitioner, Dr. Stephen Angbas, who is a proprietor of Lafia Angbas Clinic. The Punch learned that the killing happened in the late hours of Tuesday as Angbas was returning from his farm on a motorcycle in the Awe local government area of the state. Some eyewitnesses told Punch that the assailants, who were suspected to be armed robbers, launched vicious and grievous machete attacks on the doctor and the motorcyclist who was conveying the late doctor to the farm. Moving on now, as part of strategies to beat high operating costs in the aviation industry, domestic airlines have increased the number of flight seats, allowing more travelers to commute and boost revenue. The president of the National Association of Nigeria Travel Agencies, Susan Akporiaye, responding to the effect of foreign exchange scarcity in an exclusive interview with Punch, said the new development was part of coping mechanisms employed by airline owners to increase the capacity of their airlines amid dwindling revenue. According to her, the lower seats, although cheaper, were to drive up the average seats per departure and translate into lower per seat costs. The United States President Joe Biden, on a solidarity visit to Israel on Wednesday, backed the Allies' account that Palestinian militants caused a devastating hospital strike in Gaza, adding Hamas had brought only suffering. I was deeply saddened and outraged by the explosion at the hospital in Gaza yesterday, and based on what I've seen, it appears as though it was done by the other team, not you, Biden said as he opened a meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Tel Aviv. But there are a lot of people out there not sure, so we have to overcome a lot of things, Biden said. According to Punch, health authorities in Hamas-ruled Gaza said the explosion killed between 200 and 300 people and was caused by the latest in a wave of Israeli air strikes. The Israeli military blamed Palestinian militants, saying an outgoing Islamic Jihad rocket misfired and that it would provide evidence. We have to bear in mind that Hamas does not represent all the Palestinian people and has brought them only suffering, Biden said. He said he was encouraging Netanyahu to ensure life-saving capacity to help the Palestinians who are innocent and caught in the middle of this. Biden said he was proud to visit Israel. I want to say to the people of Israel, their courage, their commitment, and their bravery is stunning, Biden said. Netanyahu, who has faced domestic criticism after the deadliest attack in Israel's history, had eagerly invited Biden, who until recently had openly criticized some moves by Israel's hard-right government. Netanyahu hailed Biden, who has faced accusations from the rival Republican Party that he was insufficiently pro-Israel for paying the first visit of an American president in Israel in a time of war. There's only one thing better than having a true friend like you standing with Israel, and that is having you standing in Israel, Netanyahu said. Moving on to some sports now, Captain Lionel Messi produced another memorable performance for Lionel Scaloni's side to stay undefeated in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. The Argentine may not have been in fine form and not entirely fit in recent weeks, but he isn't exactly slowing down either. He showed such on Tuesday night, scoring twice as Argentina cruised to a 2-0 win over Peru in World Cup qualifying. The signs were there earlier on. The Argentine went on a signature Mazzi run in the opening minutes, and Messi curled a free kick that stung the palms of Peru goalkeeper Pedro Gales. Then the goals came. The first was a wonderful effort, a controlled volley from the top of the box that flew into the top corner of a Nico Gonzalez cutback. The second looked much the same, struck from the same spot but hit lower and to the keeper's right. He almost had the third after the break but saw a tap incorrectly ruled out after a VAR review. Peru pushed for a way back into the game and enjoyed some attacking spells, but the resolute Argentina defense comfortably held onto the lead to complete an ideal night for Lionel Scaloni's side. And now moving on to Brazil, to the terrible night to forget for Brazil on Tuesday as they suffered a 2-0 defeat at Uruguay in their 2026 World Cup qualifying match, and also had star striker Neymar in tears as he left the field with a knee injury. 31-year-old striker tripped and fell during a run in the 44th minute at the Centenario Stadium and was immediately surrounded by players from both teams as he held his left ankle. Neymar was carried off on a stretcher as he held his hands to his face while teammate Richarlison came on to replace him. Brazil's medical team had no immediate update on Neymar's condition at halftime, but team doctor Rodrigo Lasma said after the game that the star player had already undergone tests and that more would be done on Wednesday. Reuters reports that Neymar did not speak to reporters in Montevideo after leaving the stadium, but he posted on Instagram that God knows about all things. All the honor and all the glory will always be yours, my Lord, no matter what. I have faith, he said in the post. Neymar, who plays for Al Hilal of the Saudi Pro League, was criticized by fans before the World Cup qualifier because of his subpar performance during Thursday's 1-1 draw against Venezuela. Let's hope it's nothing serious, Brazil captain Casemiro told Global Television. He's an important player for us. We are very fond of him. He's been suffering a lot from injuries, and when he starts to pick up the pace, he gets injured again. And on that note, we end the news here on Leadership TV. For more news stories, log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership